force program.
What's that?
The program crashed, so I just have to realize.
What's going on over there? You want the rebound here? Junior?
I'm trying to do as best I can. It's the longer we're out. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Junior Mercy, the rebound. 12 SBA, the foul. Tristan, you want to try restarting it from scratch?
Can we record on the game?
Just because YouTube updated their system probably a day ago. Then the program crashed and now it won't let me connect.
Can we record on the game?
I could record it.
Let's,
We could record, but I have to upload it afterwards. We could
yeah.
Sheg rebound finish from Sheg. Rebound Junior Mercy. Should have just finished on the right. Emmanuel Ugba rebound. 2 rebounds, Emmanuel Ugba.
Okay. Bit of a delay there. Northstar up 8-7 here, taking on Saskatoon Basketball Academy. The first game of 11 here from Winnipeg, Manitoba. NPA session number 2 on the season of season number 4. Thank you for joining us. Jason Tom here alongside Elias Sabate. Just over 3 minutes gone in the first quarter of this one as Junior Mercy cashes one from the free throw line.
Junior Mercy coming in from Montreal, an import here for Northstar in Winnipeg. And he's been the aggressor to start the game, Jason. He's been at the line twice already and has been aggressive in his takes. Northstar looking to put the pressure on here, going 3-quarter press.
Here comes a trap. Cross court, getting out of it. Wide open 3, no good. Rebound and putback. You can count it from Alado Wajak.
Man hit the deck. Deng Dak gets him to hit the deck. Crowd in here is going nuts. We got one side of the bleachers fully packed. Students on board out here supporting Northstar Prep.
I'm a traditionalist. You got to be able to make a basket after that happens for me to get excited for you.
I agree with you. But anytime a guy hits the deck, drops off a crossover, there's that ooh factor.
I got you. Not mad at it.
And Sheg looks to have quite the mismatch down low. The guard's got to be able to see him. He's got a huge size and weight advantage over a lot of the competition. There he is ripping down the board.
Another rebound for Akin Balumbo. Balumbo active on the glass. Can't get it to go. Comes down with it. 2 rebounds there for the big man.
And he's called on a travel.
Tied at 9 here. Just over 4 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Corner 3, no good. Bordelot comes down with it.
Ugba down low there has got to do a...
Sorry for the delay, folks. Little YouTube issue there for you. Tied at 9 here in the early going. Both teams getting their first NPA work of the season. Junior Mercy, the Quebec native, here with Northstar in Winnipeg. Basket is good, make 9. Turnover, back the other way. Mercy, no good. They had a 3-on-1 there coming up empty. Mercy forced it just a little bit, but they get 2 out of it. Foul is called. We're going back the other way now. Mercy getting to go again, putting in the early work. Got a warning after the whistle for touching the ball.
I like the amount of times he's taken it all the way to the hole. He can absorb a lot of contact. We've seen him finish through contact on a pretty regular basis. And here he is applying the pressure defensively.
3 is good. You can count. Once again, wide drop from town.
Team Northstar hanging on to a 3-point lead here. One thing they've done a good job of on the offensive end is just making sure they're getting to the basket. That time it's Deng Dak for 3. Northstar's got to look to close out a little bit quicker on SBA's 3-point shooting. They've got a couple looks.
Gamble didn't pay off there. Foul on Akin Balumbo. SBA looking to get some work at the line.
And Akin Balumbo there on that play can afford to just stay vertical, avoid all that contact, even take the hit to the chest. He's going to get that charge call. Ogba showing that he's expanded his skill set.
Another foul on the big man. That's going to hurt Northstar absolutely as we move along here. You got to give it to SBA, continually taking it at the rim, forcing the referees to blow the whistle.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it's part of the game plan to attack Akin Balumbo. He's overcommitting and stepping forward to commit the foul. All he's got to do is stay vertical. You want to just disturb the shot. It doesn't necessarily have to be a block. Otherwise, he's going to be in foul trouble. They're going to need to sub him out of here. It's still the first quarter. He's picked up 2.
Northstar now in foul trouble. SBA looking to make a living here at the line. 3:10 to go here in the opening quarter. Live from Churchill High here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Shifty. Pulling it back out. Mercy not getting bailed out, but the putback is good.
And no home court advantage here.
Deng Dak getting to work here in the early going.
Some of the shot selection here for Saskatoon. Got to be careful. This could get messy.
Nine-point lead. Ooh, halfway down before popping out. 2:09 left here. Mercy is slowing it down into the high post. They converge on the big man. Foul called.
And it's very important for Sheg to pick up some touches in the early going. You got to make your big man feel like he's initiating a part of the offense. In this defense here that Saskatoon's playing, you get them to collapse on him a little bit, and now you got back doors. Now you got all sorts of offense happening away from the ball. Kim Balumbo missing the first. Here he is on the second.
Coming down with the offensive board is Ugba. Gets it back, saves it. Foul called. Mercy getting to the line.
Mercy doing a good job staying in attack mode, and you see the follow-up there by Akin Balumbo. He's looking more mobile than we've ever seen him. His instincts are a lot quicker. He's come a long way over these last 2 seasons. Mercy extending the lead to 10. Junior Mercy spent the last year with the St. Laurent Express, opted to stay in the National Prep Association, now joins Manitoba's team, Northstar Prep, and he's been a huge piece for Coach Darren Leonard. Adds another ball handler, adds a little bit more depth.
There's Mercy, good pump fake from downtown. Junior Mercy is enjoying his first game with his new squad, getting the fans on their feet, hitting from downtown. .112 to go here, the lead's up to 14.
And if you look at Junior's body over the course of these last 2 years, you can see his shoulders, his frame really starting to fill, and he's starting to build into that body. And what I love about the situation is he's a 2021 prospect. He's got another year.
Nice hit from downtown. You can count it from Hinog Nagash. And he's trying to get back in transition there. Mercy with the drop-off. No good. SBA getting a stop in the final minute here of the opening quarter. Mercy may have got a piece of that in transition now, waiting for his teammates. Good stop and go. Can't finish at the rim. SBA, a little back and forth action right here. As we get up and down the floor. 5-second difference, game clock, shot clock. SBA known for their defense. Offensive rebound and putback. Edge Capono. 5 seconds to go now in the first. You hear the bench calling out the time. It's a 13-point lead for the home side. Second quarter action after a short break.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with...
Second quarter action. Good battle on the ground right there. Jump ball going to go the way of the Saskatoon Basketball Academy.
So far, story of the game has really been Mr. Junior Mercy coming out of Montreal and owning the spotlight here in Winnipeg. Here's a guy we're familiar with, Cochran on the floor for the first time, Northstar.
There's Mercy again, looking for some whistles, not coming thus far. They're not bailing him out. Still got himself to the free throw line an awful lot. Stepped out of bounds on the sidelines. Those negative steps always hurting you. Ben Simmons calling out the play. Ogba gets it to go once again. Up top, jumper in traffic, no good. A rebound from Simmons. Good transition defense by SBA, coming up with the steal, Jesus Mendoza.
And if you're Ugba on that play, you got to force the lead pass. You got to make your guy chase it down. Here's Cochran bringing it up this time. Full lineup of guards here for Northstar.
Good drop off. Mercy dropping a dime the way of Capuano.
And this stat sheet's going to be all junior.
Nice 3 off the wing. SBA sticking around.
Simmons wanted to cut, didn't get it. He was absolutely right. Ugba's got to move a lot quicker off the ball for that one.
Mercy, tough basket down low.
And Jay, you're seeing the shot selection here from Saskatoon basketball is really deteriorating over the course of this quarter here, just to start the quarter. Coach Sean Tyson can't be happy with what he's getting from an offensive standpoint. This is normally a defensive-minded team, and they're always going to do a pretty good job of that. But offensively here, it's looking pretty helter-skelter. It's really glaring what a difference Junior Mercy's making in this game. I mean, we're only a third of the way through this second quarter, and there's Simmons on the finish. And this would be considered a high-scoring half for Northstar Prep here, considering 40 points on the board.
Absolutely. 42-22. Northstars come out amped up, playing in front of their home crowd here in Winnipeg. Going back the way of Northstar Preparatory Institute.
Simmons on the inbound here. Multiple ball handlers on the floor right now for Northstar.
Once again, we're coming to you live from Winnipeg, Manitoba, the home of Northstar Preparatory Institute. We got 11 games in this session, and Sagan Akinbolombo with a little footwork and spin move down low, pushing the lead back up to 22.
As I said a little bit earlier, Akinbolombo's got to touch the ball. That possession, he was able to earn it himself, but he needs to be involved in this offense.
Offensive rebound, Baha Salma. Good ball movement. Corner 3, no good.
Really low percentage shooting from the perimeter for SBA to start this game. Hopefully they can change it up a little bit here in the second half. Things just not going their way from the three-point line.
Ooh, trying to lead the big man, but I think he tried to put a little English on that to try to pull it back. Wasn't quite there.
It's the right idea there. Kimbolombo a little bit slow on the roll. The two communicated on that one.
Marcel Freeman checks in for the first time in the game for SBA. Whoa, big time block from Big Shag. Just bodied him up and sent it back. SBA whipping it around the perimeter.
Miscommunication there to Freeman.
Simmons with the ball now. Handoff. Oh, Akinbalumbo. You hear head coach Darren Leonard say nice pass off the air ball 3 from Quinton Cochran. In transition now. Ooh, some nice mid-air movement, but couldn't get it to go. Almost an over and back, but they save it back the other way.
And here comes the pressure defense of Saskatoon. This is what will keep them in it.
Back rim. Really bad body language there, not getting back on D, and I think that's exactly what head coach Darren Leonard said. You need off? Because I don't see you running back on D. Ben Simmons trying to get fancy with it, but ends up turning it over. That's some basketball karma there for you.
And Cochran's got to understand, checking into this game, that it's not just going to be your offense that this team needs from you. You got to be able to play on both ends. If you miss a shot and you're walking back, or your bench sees you sulking in that moment, that is something that that spreads, and it's very cancerous to a team.
Oh, easy foul call on Akinbalumbo. When you swipe your hand down like that, that's an easy whistle.
And all 3 of those calls on him have been in that similar fashion. He doesn't need to be swinging or need to come down with his arms. If he stays completely vertical, he's going to create a difficult enough shot.
And I think that was one of the game plans for SBA. Keep taking it at the big man. I mean, eventually you're going to get that whistle, and eventually that's going to go your way. He's going to get in foul trouble, which is going to negate a big part of their defensive scheme. And Big Shag on the bench now. Let's see if that opens things up for Saskatoon.
Well, Saskatoon's got 6'10" Marcel Freeman, class of 2021, originally actually from here, from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And let's see how they use the big man. I think this is an issue that occurs throughout high school basketball in general, just the lack of knowledge for using the big man on entry passes and getting them involved. It's a big issue, because if you can't play with the big man, he kind of takes himself out of the game eventually.
Baha Salma was putting on a display there, but couldn't finish. Freeman no good from range.
Poor shot selection on that one.
Ooh, tough take, but you can count it. Really like what I'm seeing in the early going from Deng Dak out of Brooks, Alberta.
And this is a luxury for Coach Darren Leonard this year, to be able to give Dak a rest in the early going, have Mercy now, switch it up. You got Shag and him and Simmons on the bench right now. This is a pretty balanced guard lineup. Nice pass inside.
Wow. You gotta like the passing thus far of Northstar's Edge Capono, dropping a shiny dime to Nodars McKay. SBA has not been able to get it going from the land beyond. And transition D is not there as Northstar gets out on the open floor.
Whole
22 to go.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Whole different squad from Northstar Prep. This is an entirely different team. You see the help side defense collapsing early, creating those kind of difficulties for SBA. Even without Sheg in the game, this defense is really pulling it off.
This is what you see consistently in the National Preparatory Association, is building blocks by these programs, right? First year struggles, second year improvement, and I think we're seeing that with Northstar. I mean, just, I believe, 2 wins total in all of last season. Now come back with a different squad, different mentality, different culture.
You got to get rid of it here. This ball has to keep moving on offense.
Sent back by the big man, Marcel Freeman.
All that happened there, Jay, the defense became very stagnant, very easy to read what Cochran was going to do there. And then you got guys watching off the ball. I think Cochran's such a firecracker of a scorer, but you got to get him in a natural groove. The layup that he made earlier, moving away from the ball, creating offense away. It's all about that off-ball action.
Freeman again, second block of the game.
And
Refs are on top of that.
And
Putting just one on the shot clock.
Deng Dak was licking his chops on that one. Saw 6'10" Marcel Freeman on him. Wanted the one-on-one, break him down.
They're going to run the shot clock down to 1. You know, Northstar has been able to rest Junior Mercy for the majority of this second quarter after he put on a show to begin.
And Northstar right now on pace for 100 points in a game. I've never seen them do that before in previous season.
Like you said, brand new squad.
Brand new squad, and then you mentioned something about, you know, just the building blocks. There's a building block here mentally as well. The confidence, I feel like a guy like Ugba, for example, first he's starstruck, has to play against a guy like Jacoby Neath, who's now at Wake Forest, has had to see players like AJ Lawson. Now he's like, okay, this is my time. I've built my skill set. There's Freeman way off the mark, and again, 3-ball not going their way. SBA's really got to change up their offense here.
Well, you see that, you know, the makeup of their squad, probably 3-and-D is the best way. Obviously, the Saskatoon squads always grind it out and kind of pull you into the mud. But if the 3-point shot isn't falling for them, where is the offense going to come from? Baha Salma, defensive rebound, pushing back the other way now.
SBA looking like they're in a 5-out right now.
Turnover on the baseline. Leads at 26.
They're in some deep trouble. I don't know how Coach Sean Tyson's going to get them out of this one.
Well, you know, one of their first games of the season here. Learning process for them, same thing as last season as well for Saskatoon. As the season went along, they definitely progressed as a team. Mercy gets it over the big man and cashes 2 off of glass.
That in-and-out dribble, his ability to create space, his ability to separate. Man, Mercy is a phenomenal point guard. I love him as a scorer and a distributor.
Three-second difference, game clock, shot clock here.
And this is the matchup that I think Deng wants. He can, you know, he's got a longer stride on Hinog. He could take him off the bounce. Good extra pass.
Northstar definitely coming together as a team early in this season. The lead is at 30 at the half. We'll be back, second half action, after a 10-minute break.
The National Preparatory Association started 4 years ago, born by the desire of basketball coaches, many of which were outside of Southern Ontario, to provide a different option than traditional high school competition for elite-level basketball talent. The goal was simple: create a platform for Canadian student athletes to give them the best opportunity to earn scholarships for post-secondary education through the game of basketball. Since then, the NPA has grown to provide the best basketball exposure available at the high school level anywhere in the world. We do this by live streaming 90% of the league's nearly 100 games on our North Pole Hoops YouTube channel, ensuring high-level competition in front of post-secondary coaches from across North America, providing game-by-game statistics on every player in the league on our industry-leading website, npacanada.com, creating individual profiles for all of the league's players on Canada's top college recruitment site, northpolehoops.com, while sharing it all through the social media reach of NPH's multiple platforms. By doing all of this at the highest level, we believe that we can keep the majority of Canada's basketball talent here on home soil, and ideally in their own city or province.
Last 2 years I played at prep schools in the US. and I'm just really happy to be back in Canada and to have this opportunity to play in the NPA. It really means everything to help push Canadian basketball forward.
I love the NPA because it's given me an opportunity to showcase my skills and talents in front of many coaches across the country.
Teams from New Brunswick don't usually get the exposure you would, but the NPA provides that, and just the competition is great.
It's a national scene. You're not playing guys in Ontario only or only in your city. You get to travel all over Canada, places you've never been before.
Each team had a different style of play, and that was something you had to prepare for every single game. They really helped to prepare us for our basketball career. It's not just me, it's my whole team.
Y'all are doing a great job of just exposing some of the underrated talent. It's a great spotlight, right? I think it's the best league in Canada.
It's given us a platform from Western Canada and the prairies especially to showcase that we do have talent that stacks up with the best talent in the country.
I really love the fact that I get to be proud of my school, of my team, of my guys, and put them on a national stage, which is what the NPA allows us to do.
It's come a long way just because everybody's on the same page, from the executive right down to the coaches and the players. I think it really is a family.
We are making history every season through a shared vision, common goals, professional leadership, and a league-wide constitution enforced by a board comprised of coaches from the league's original teams. Nearly 100 NPA alumni are following their dreams through the NCAA, U Sports, CCAA, or JUCO routes. Our new goal is strategic growth with long-term partners willing to help our team continue to blaze a new trail in Canadian basketball, showing our student athletes that what they need to succeed is right here in Canada.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national and provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Starting with our foundation, that is the Junior NPH Showcase Circuit. This level caters to elementary school student athletes in graduation to the high school tier. As a camper, you will have the opportunity to enter the NPH national rankings, where player profiles are created acting as an online resume. This database is directly connected to a network of over 150 prep and post-secondary programs. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. The blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management, all aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. The NPH Showcase Circuit takes place from April to December in a player-focused environment, while the Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016, this league is quickly emerging as a global destination for the world's elite basketball prospects. Utilizing the exposure arm of North Pole Hoops, comprised of digital marketing, live broadcast, and scouting, NPH acts as a media and marketing partner for the NPA to maximize exposure for our student athletes, helping them gain scholarship opportunities, our ultimate measure of success. Climb the ladder to the next level by joining the North Pole Hoops family and enter the Blueprint.
Who will be crowned national champion?
And Jacoby's going to try to measure this one up, looking for a made-to-measure suit.
Fourth quarter of action is brought to you by Indochino, where right now, using promo code HOOPS, you can get a custom-made, made-to-measure suit that a number of our coaches get fitted up. 10 showrooms across Canada, 6 of them where we have teams in the NPA, match made in heaven, Indochino and the NPA.
Indochino, the national sponsor of the NPA. We are excited to have you as a sponsor. We're excited for what you're doing and what your brand brings to our league. The prestige of your brand, the prestige of our league from coast to coast.
The guys at Indochino were amazing when I got fitted. I can't thank you guys enough.
Indochino making me look good. That's all I gotta say. It's not always an easy task. Very grateful that you guys are taking care of me and having me look a little bit better.
I really thank you for putting the time in and believing in what we're doing with young men and just, again, establishing ourselves in not only the basketball community, but the community that we live in.
Thank you, Indochino.
He has this like ferociousness to his game, this wanting to take the opponent's heart out. That, you know, it sounds really vulgar, but that's what it is. Like, that's what the elite guys, they compete in that sense. And I think that's what Addison has. It's that killer instinct that sets him apart.
My name's Addy Patterson, the #1 player in the country. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always putting work in. I always had a goal, I always had a dream. Spending countless hours in the gym. If I couldn't get in the gym, I was outside hooping on the outside courts, doing whatever I could just to make it out and make a better way for my family and my loved ones. You know, as I grow and play basketball more and more, start to have more and more workouts throughout the days, 2-a-days, 3-a-days. It's getting more important to take care of my body. I've really really gotten better at the recovery part of basketball, and getting proper rest, and you know, really the off-the-court stuff that prepares me when it's time to go train or play that game. I'm taking care of my body and making sure I'm well prepared. You know, I've been really just trying to get in the gym with guys that are at that next level, NBA players, D1, high major athletes, really just trying to prepare myself and push myself and not be comfortable.
My name's Roderick Patterson. I'm Addison's father.
My name is Jackie Patterson, and I'm Addison's mom. Addison, ever since he was a baby, he's always been a super sweet, calm, kind soul, and he's still the same way now.
When he first started playing basketball, I mean, he was determined, even from dribbling, to be a perfectionist.
He's just always been really competitive and sets huge goals. I knew he was going to be something really special.
Whether it was raining outside, snowing, morning, night, he was always outside. Always training.
We're back live from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Junior Mercy with 19 points in the first half as Northstar starts the second half, and a little give and go, and Junior now up to 21. Gathers himself, kick back out.
Good hands by Mercy. He's such a pest defensively too. It's not just on offense that he's become such an asset for Northstar.
Shot clock violation. Northstar having a dream start to their season as Thetford Prep rolls in to the gym for their first game in the National Preparatory Association. Junior Mercy, backdoor cut. He's up to 23.
And I think it's very important for this Northstar Prep team at the end of this game to come out and not be celebrating. You got big matchups up ahead of you. This is a new identity for the team, and I understand there's going to be some excitement, but you must stay focused. The teams ahead are high caliber. You got teams that are traditionally powerhouses like TBA and Canada Top Flight out of Ottawa, Edge out of Calgary, and others.
Dang Dak in transition, but Marcel Freeman says no easy buckets.
And I like that from Marcel Freeman as well. Make sure that the ball's not going in. If you got a foul, you commit the foul.
Back on the other end. Player down for Northstar. Hoping it's just a cramp. And it looks like that's exactly what it is. Let's take a short break right now. We'll be right back.
Including the national provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown.
Just a cramp there, so we're all good. Back live here. 8:38 to go here in the third quarter. Northstar Prep getting their home session off on a positive foot. Again, 11 games here in this session. You can see the full schedule on npacanada.com, along with our results from our first 9 games of the season. 90% of our games are live streamed in this league. Dang Dak with the block, getting a little revenge on Freeman, who fouled him on the other end.
Dak with the payback.
Well now, looks like the dad jokes have transferred after a couple of seasons working alongside Elias Sabate.
I mean, well, I'm getting closer to that age, right? So I'm just trying to sharpen up.
Freeman, jumper, no good.
Good composure from Mercy just on the selection there.
Kinbalumbo from downtown, no good. I don't really need to see him out there too often.
Looks like he's got a pretty fluid stroke though.
Yeah.
Simmons has really matured as a ball handler as well here. He just looks a lot more confident than he has in previous seasons. Here's on the handoff.
Ooh, I knew that was short the minute he rose up for it.
Yep, no legs on that one. No follow through either. Other than that, I mean, the play ran the right way into perfection.
Saskatoon looking to get some positive signs out of this second half. A wing three, no good. Freeman battling with the Kinbalumbo. Big Shake battling down low.
Refs will talk this one over. Looks like there was a deflection. Northstar seemed to have left it. And with both Deng Dek and Junior Mercy on the floor right now, a lot of options offensively. Sheg here going to work on the big man Marcel Freeman, and that's who you want to get involved. I'm telling you, as Sheg builds his confidence throughout this season, you're going to see a huge contribution from him, and that's another one that he can avoid entirely. Off the mark on the first free throw. Guard play here. Left alone on the press just in time.
SBA just has not been able to get the offense clicking here in the early going. Something that, you know, is familiar with teams still getting used to each other. Transition, Simmons. Nice job protecting the ball. Timeout on the floor, 6:15 to go here in the third quarter. Stay with us. We'll be back to Winnipeg, Manitoba.
As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016, this league is quickly emerging as a global destination for the world's elite basketball prospects. Utilizing the exposure arm of North Pole Hoops, comprised of digital marketing, live broadcast, and scouting, NPH acts as a media and marketing partner for the NPA to maximize exposure for our student athletes, helping them gain scholarship opportunities, our ultimate measure of success. Climb the ladder to the next level by joining the North Pole Hoops family.
We're back live. Churchill High School, Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Saskatoon able to break the press here. Look down low, back out to Marcel Freeman.
Floater off glass. You can count it. Isaiah Owen.
And when the ball is in Junior Mercy's hands, you want to call off the press man. He's a one-man break on that.
Kimbalumbo almost came down with it, picks up the loose ball, has it stripped. He's battling on the floor. Northstar stays hold of it, but only 3 on the clock. Kimbalumbo, 2 off glass, putting in that work is the big man.
Sticking with it. Sometimes it's just effort, man.
Owen again, this time from downtown.
SBA looking to gain some momentum here. It's the first little surge we've had from them.
At this point, you know, you're trying to win the quarter, you're trying to win the minutes. You know, the first half obviously was a write-off, and you are now playing this as a second half game, and some positive signs here for the squad out of Saskatoon.
It's always tough to battle from behind from such a large deficit, but it also does show the character of a team if you can cut this lead down and make it a respectable game. This is a resilient team defensively, and I think that shows in the overall character and just how well disciplined Coach Sean Tyson has made them.
Go back to the hot hand. Isaiah Owen from downtown, 8 straight points. Edmonton, Alberta native getting it done for SBA.
He's gaining some confidence here. Let's see if he could be their lifeline. Here's Junior Mercy. Easy split on the defense. Gets to the basket for an easy 2.
Up to 25 is Junior Mercy. Tough take, no good. Owen coming down with the offensive rebound, but he loses it. SBA gets it back. Shot clock was back to 14. Kick out, wing 3. Back rim, no good, no one there to rebound.
Yeah, I think we've discovered by this point that the 3 ball is a no-go for SBA. They keep dashing them up.
Well, I think you get it to Isaiah Owen if you can. He's been the guy with the stroke from range, and here's been a guy who's been putting his team on his back. The Junior Mercy now up to 28.
I was just about to say approaching that 30 piece.
But he got burnt in the transition D there. You got to call it out when you see it. It's nice that you hit the 3, but you got to get back on D. 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Got to say this about Northstar. They got some guys who can handle the rock. Edge Capono, you know, we saw it at the end of last season, the growth in this player, and he's starting this season strong.
Man, half the battle with Capono is just playing confident. Yes, you are a little bit smaller than most guards in terms of stature, but, you know, anyone you face up against, you got to come in confident. That's the mental game. That's half the battle.
Foul called. Inbound for SBA, 14 on the clock, 3:02 to go here in the third. Inbound off the shin. Pono with the ball. Inviting the contact, fading away on the jumper. Yeah, offensive foul. Is it going to be on the push with the ball or on the offensive rebound?
Looks like it's on Cochran over the back.
Yeah. Not great body language so far from Quinton Cochran in this one. Your team's up big. No reason to have a long face. Doesn't matter what type of game you're personally having. Northstar gets it right back.
And all you can hope is when these guys watch film again and hear the commentary, know that it's not an attack. Know that it's used as constructive criticism. You gotta be, this is a skill that you're gonna need to develop for the next level anyway. Mercy again.
One thing that Junior is gonna find a lot of this season in the NPA is he is gonna feel a lot of contact. The amount of times he takes it at the rim, the amount of action he provides handling the rock. .235 to go. No good from Junior from the line. He almost steals it off the offensive rebound. Ooh, nice look. Basket was good despite getting the piece on the way up. There's a three. Count it. Wajak.
It's good for his confidence to see one drop. He's had several attempts. That was his first of 5, I believe.
I believe he hit one there in the first half as well.
Oh, that's right. You're right. He hit a corner 3.
Again, too, a lot of these guys getting used to a rim in a strange gym. That's part of what the NPA brings to these players, is getting them used to the travel that comes with the post-secondary level of basketball, whether it be long bus rides, planes, being able to get to a new gym, get used to it quickly, get your legs underneath you.
And Jay, that's a huge one. The gym thing may seem like it's a far-fetched thought, but when you walk into a gym, depth perception is a lot different. Lighting is different. You know, crowds are closer to the court in some gyms, and it plays a part.
Especially when you're used to playing in gyms similar to this, which, you know, this is the majority of basketball in Canada. And then when you get to the bigger gyms, the U Sports level or a larger facility with, you know, multiple courts, the different sight lines are really the big difference.
And facilities seems to be an ongoing topic that, you know, just reoccurs and comes up, and it's something that we lack in Canada right now. And as the infrastructure continues to build and as boosters get involved and want to build facilities, there's going to be a lot more opportunities that open up for the business of basketball. There's definitely a demand there. It's just a matter of the right people getting on board and on deck and investing early.
Mercy with the rock. That little Tony Parker stop to invite the contact, and then a drop off to Dak, but he's sent back. SBA getting out on the run now. Probably could have gave that rock up earlier. Could have headmanned that.
Yeah, you're allowing the defense to get back.
Offensive foul. They let it go for a second, but on the push-off, they called it. Don't mean to jinx us, but through 3 quarters, really impressed with the officiating out here in Manitoba.
You stole the words from my mouth, man. I saw them last year here as well, and I was very happy with them. U Sports level guys, young bodies that could get up and down the floor.
I mean, they're allowing the kids to play, and nice again. Capono dropping the dime. And nice finish down low. I really like the way Northstar has been able to get together as a team. That was Jackson McKay. And they force a turnover.
And good job by Northstar there, forcing ball handlers to trap. And before and after half court, in the corners on the baseline, those are the areas you want to avoid as a ball handler. Good hands. Wajak almost got the steal.
Oh! Big time swat.
And I really can appreciate the fact that he's not celebrating after a play like that.
It's about taking the positives away from a game like this when you're SBA. Your first of the season, brand new squad. There's been lots of positives from that guy right there, Edge Capono.
And Capono and Mercy, one thing I'm starting to track here is there's a habit that they go to in terms of ball handling, using their hesitation moves, freezing the defender for a second, and then that first step, that blow by right after is getting them free.
Yeah, a lot of stop and go and been using it to their advantage. Getting in to the passing lane and coming up with it. Another send back. Big time swat. Lee Reith.
And showing some life here, showing some life. This is what
spiking it out.
This is what SBA needs. They need this energy right now. I'm not saying that they're gonna come back from behind and win the game, but they need to make this a respectable game.
Winning the quarters, winning the minute stretches, the 3-minute stretches.
You got to go down swinging, man. And swinging is what exactly they've been doing on these last couple of possessions, getting clean blocks.
SBA now waking up on D. Forcing a tough shot, getting after it on the glass. Good end of the third quarter for the squad from Saskatoon. Shot clock is off, 5 seconds to go. Gotta shoot it. No good. Forget the score. Sask has shown some life here in the third. Stay with us. We'll be back with the final quarter.
It has to be beat down into your head. You have to be challenged repetitively. You have to set a trend for the next guys that are coming up. Don't be asked to go harder. Give your hardest before you are asked.
In the fall, rep tryouts set the stage, but not everyone makes the cut. Players that catch eyes of coaches are awarded a roster spot and a chance to represent, but nothing else for now. The work is just beginning. Playing time is fought for, rep by rep, and practice after practice.
Golden Dough, it's a family restaurant. We are in Mississauga, been here for 25 years. It's a Middle East cuisine. We make it out of love. We make it fresh. It's very healthy for an athlete to come in to have a nice...
You haven't missed a thing, we're back. Saskatoon using a strong end to their third quarter, especially on the defensive end, looking to transfer that now to the other end of the floor. Northstar in transition in a healthy size advantage right now for the home squad. Dang Dak getting to work individually. Burnt most of the shot clock there, 9 seconds to go. Deep three, no good. Long rebound, Northstar comes up with it. Another three, no good. Another offensive rebound.
Capono stepped out of bounds on that one. Court awareness. That's the second time on the baseline he's been caught on that.
50 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter, the first of 2 games today.
Simmons again coming up with a steal. Opting to slow it down this time and wait for his teammates. Capono no good.
Got away with a little shuffle of the feet there. Capono tried to poke it away. SBA will retain.
And Coach Darren Leonard's been able to get everybody in the game. His entire roster has touched the floor, got early touches in the season, and are off to a great start. This is a good confidence builder considering the season they had last year. But one thing that they're going to need to keep in mind is that you cannot celebrate early. It's a very long season, and you need to build off of this.
That was Baha Salma with 2 off of glass. Cochran no good. Emmanuel Ugba has been out since early in the 3rd quarter, I believe, with a cramp. He's still working on it over there. Northstar hasn't need him, and it looks like we have another cramp going on in the baseline.
Yeah, I could see it from over here, the muscle spasm.
Ooh. We know what that's about, so we'll take a short break and we'll be back.
3 seasons. Almost 300 games.
Oh, Jacoby Neath!
Thousands of kilometers over 8 provinces.
He tried to send that one to Banff.
Making Canadian basketball history.
History has been made.
Nearly 100 alumni are now playing at the post-secondary level. Some will see their dreams come true.
The importance of hydration. Seen it twice here today. Especially if you're driving a distance or taking flights. Need to be able to keep yourself hydrated. Nice backdoor cut. Good head fake, but called for the travel, shuffling the feet. A good call by the officials. No argument from head coach Darren Leonard, just said keep playing. Ooh. Didn't result in a 3 though. Both these squads playing the first of 4 games in this session here live from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Dak in transition. Mercy pulls it back out. Up top. Nodars McKay. Kim Balumbo hands it off, sets the screen. Dang Dak calling out the play. Nice find on the baseline. That has been open all game long. Nodars McKay, 2 off glass.
Very
off
unselfish
Dak
play.
Dime.
Very unselfish play from Dak, getting his guys involved. And you can see here that Coach Darren Leonard is using this 4th quarter to run his sets. Get your plays in early. You got a huge advantage on the lead. You don't need to rush the clock. This is where you take advantage and get guys bought into the system.
All the practice you've put in on these plays, it's time to get them going at game action. And Den Dak has everything open up for him for 2.
And this is not the last you'll see of SBA, just the beginning of the season here. They're gonna come up and put up some wins in this league. This is game 1 of a very long season.
They were one of my favorite teams to watch last season because you could see the improvement and advancement with every game. Forget session to session, game to game. I expect nothing less this season from them. Just getting used to playing together.
And shout out to their alumni, Cole Newkirk, who's at the University of Ottawa, one of the country's top university basketball programs.
This is a team that had a number of players advance to the post-secondary ranks in the CCAA and U Sports level.
And that's one thing we always say is the measure of success in this league is the amount of scholarships. This is all good for entertainment, and they'll have a bank of video to go back on for these kids, but measure of success really is the amount of free education that these guys are receiving at the next level. Edge and Thetford suited up. We got 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
Really interesting game there. Obviously, Edge made it all the way to the championship game last season. Graduated a number of players to the U Sports and, of course, the NCAA level. And Ade Falar and Ade again. Just another opportunity to throw that name out there. One of our proud alumni of the NPA. And then Thetford Prep, I mean, a name that everybody knows coming out of Quebec City. Having their CEGEP 1 and 2 level players partaking in the National Preparatory Association. Very excited to see what they bring out of Quebec, and what a great first matchup for them taking on Edge School.
And an alumni, maybe a familiar name to some from the Thetford umbrella, is Quincy Guerrier.
Never heard of him.
Who's starting off his first season in the NCAA with Syracuse, and in my opinion is destined and headed towards the trajectory of the NBA level. Also, in my opinion, I feel like Edge has got a player with Amir Rahimzad who's got a chance to be in the NBA.
Never heard of him.
Already collected offers from Texas A&M, Bradley, Creighton.
Yeah, definitely tune into that next game as well. Some great background on a player like Amir Rahimzad, who has went through
save it for them, man. Make him come back and watch.
Just all kinds of trials and tribulations that young man has gone through, and just making him a stronger person. One of the best kids you would find, and an incredibly strong talent that we're very excited to see what he does coming off a major injury. Transition game from Northstar now. Deng Dak pulls it back out before attacking. Another send back. Hey, you got to say this about SBA. They are battling to the end. That was Wadjock with another block. Jump ball on the ground. Officials really allowed these guys to play.
And again, the officiating here has been tremendous to get things going. I remember coming here last season as well, and they put on a show.
Reminder, 5:30 p.m. is Edge and Thetford Prep. Edge showing off the new unis.
I like that maroon colorway. Kind of matches the NPA colors as well.
I like seeing a Kinbalumbo just showing what he's been able to add to his repertoire. Like, you look at him and you see the physical difference from last season, but to be able to see him apply these skills as well, very impressive. Another big man from downtown. Nice to see Freeman hit from the land beyond after a couple of misses early. You figure he had that in his game. He had confidence in pulling up. So it's nice to see him hit one. Mercy. Junior Mercy has been on target from range in this one, eclipsing the 30-point plateau in his Northstar debut.
And he's starting off with a really high percentage. Most of his shots at the rim. Marcel Freeman over the back on a Kinbalumbo.
.347 to go here in the fourth quarter. Northstar has this one in control.
And this is going to be the first time that Northstar hits the 100-point mark. Tough take. I would have opted to reset that one, just dribble it back out.
I just like there was no whistle. Like, don't bail him out. Oh, trying to pack it on. Absolutely, why not?
I love it. I didn't even know he had that.
Cole Bordelot. I think everybody in the NPA just woke up and said, who is that? I got to make sure we watch for number 14 and going forward this season.
Sneaky explosive.
SBA trying to find their positives. And they've had a couple. I mean, defensively, they've been able to hit the highlight reel.
And Jay, you spoke about the development system. I think one thing that Sean Tyson is amazing at is player development and getting guys to buy in. Cochran's going to go to the line after that foul, gets the bump. But you can see guys throughout the season adding to their offensive package. Defense is always a standard for this team. In this game, just shots not falling their way. Do not go anywhere. This game, this next one coming up here, Edge from Calgary, Alberta, Thetford from Thetford, Quebec. Some high-level ball coming up next.
Northstar has had a perfect start to their home session as Adil Banat hits the jumper. .240 to go here in the final quarter.
Almost a handoff there from Shag.
Oh, sent back. Really like, even just in this game, the progression to see Freeman, getting used to this level of ball. Struggled in the early going, hit one from downtown, couple of blocks down low. Just all about getting that flow and that feel.
And there's not a lot of 6'10" guys in this league. You got Ali Ragab, 7 feet. You got big man here. The team that has probably the
Tyler
most.
Fiawi.
You got Tyler as well. Yep, he's a young buck, but he's going to be good, really, really good long term.
Netherwood School. Yep.
And then Dynasty, I feel, has the most depth in terms of size.
And you will see them later in this session. We've mentioned Edge and Thetford, who are coming up next. Also coming into town, Dynasty Basketball Institute from Quebec, along with the Toronto Basketball Academy. Only in the NPA will you see Calgary, Saskatoon, Quebec, I'm going to say Montreal, Thetford Mines, Toronto, and of course Winnipeg, all coming together in one city.
It's beautiful, man. This is what I love about the national feel of the National Preparatory Association. Bridging the gap from coast to coast and putting the whole country on notice. For the longest time, it's been Toronto and Ontario being the mecca, and it forever will be based on population and overall culture of the sport. But the rest of the country is clicking. It's coming together. The Raptors winning the championship, yes, huge momentum builder.
I mean, in the end, we knew it was already here. Nice basket from Capono. But we knew it was already here. The Raptors were just the ones who have been able to shine the light on what already existed, a basketball culture coast to coast in Canada. Oh, good free safety pickoff and going the whole way. Give it up for Lado Wajok. Lefty steal, playing free safety there, goes the rest of the way for 2 off glass. Oh, and a no-look dime. Those two have hooked up a number of times, but couldn't get the finish that time. Seen a lot of positives here for SBA down the stretch. Five-second difference, game clock, shot clock.
And stick around for this next one. We got national team members on the floor, multiple Division I NCAA prospects, and a team that you have not seen yet. Thetford Prep coming at you up next.
Northstar just working the clock down. And they're just going to run it off the rest of the way. Northstar takes game 1. We'll be back at 5:30 Central Time for our second game. Edge taking on Thetford Prep.